Straight to the papers with Diptyque Laurent. She's starting as well with day 2 of the AI summit in Paris, aren't you, Dipty?
Yeah, that's right. Day 1 was very much about Emmanuel Macron touting Europe and France as artificial intelligence powerhouses. As The Guardian reports, he also slightly trolled Donald Trump, repurposing Donald Trump's drill, baby, drill catchphrase as plug, baby, plug. Day 2 this Tuesday, The Guardian reports, has been overshadowed already over that draft statement that is being prepared. Reportedly, the US and the UK do not agree with the wording of that statement. Sources cited by the Guardian say the UK could even walk away from signing it if it doesn't represent British interests. Politico also evokes one notable absence from this summit. That's Elon Musk. His absence, Politico says, is a major blow for Emmanuel Macron, who spent years courting Musk and trying to convince him to invest in France. On the other hand, Politico says it does also spare Emmanuel Macron the headache of an Elon Musk presence that could potentially overshadow the summit altogether, especially at a time when Elon Musk's popularity is waning in Europe. Also from Politico, speaking of Elon Musk, actually, from Politico, French billionaire Xavier Niel sharing his thoughts on Elon Musk in an interview with French television. And he certainly didn't mince his words. The French tech billionaire, when asked about Musk, admitted that Musk is the world's greatest entrepreneur, a very complex guy. And then, as you see in this Politico article, he employed a very colorful expletive that you can read about in the article from Politico.
And we can read about it behind you as well, Dipty. The French paper Le Figaro, meanwhile, looks at how AI has revolutionized cancer research efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have spoken quite at length about how AI can actually help medical research. Now, last week, a major meeting was organized by Okin, that's a French health AI startup, to look at how AI can help, in particular, in detecting and treating glioblastomas. That's a very particularly aggressive type of brain cancer. The startup has worked in conjunction with Servier, a French pharmaceutical laboratory, to come up with clinical trials to treat cancer. Now, the problem with traditional methods is that coming up with a treatment is a very long process. It takes about 10 to 15 years. And even then, it's not guaranteed because clinical trials can often not keep in touch with the complexity of human biology. It's very difficult. Now, thanks to AI, that process could be cut in half. And this French health AI startup, Okin, is already rolling out a possible medication that they're testing, at least on one patient right now.
Now we're going to move to a story that I'm sure we're going to turn our attention to soon here on France 24. This is the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is going to meet with the US Vice President J.D. Vance at the end of this week.
Yeah, that's right. The two will be meeting, according to the Kyiv Post, in Munich on Friday on the fringes of the Munich Security Conference that begins on Friday. It comes also at a time when Donald Trump is turning his focus to ending or trying to end the war in Ukraine. He's putting pressure for a quick end to the war. According to Kyiv Post, Zelensky will possibly use this meeting to ask for solid security guarantees from the US in the eventuality that any kind of deal is struck to end the war with Russia. Now, the Wall Street Journal today published this exclusive article that takes us deep inside Russia's torture system for Ukrainian prisoners of war. It publishes in quite graphic detail the torture and violence intentionally inflicted on Ukrainian prisoners of war in the weeks after the invasion of Ukraine. The new strategy was detailed by the director of St. Petersburg prisons, Igor Potapenko. He says, I quote, "Be cruel, don't pity them." That was a directive given to Russian prison guards. And so the Wall Street Journal details torture inflicted like electric shocks to genitals, withholding medical treatment to allow gangrene to set in and force amputations, sadistic beatings, all with the intention of breaking prisoners' wills and forcing them to reveal information. Now, the testimony was given by officials from Russian special forces and one member of a medical team, 2 investigators at the International Criminal Court. Those people are now under witness protection. Story.
Yeah, horrific story. Finally from Dipsy, a man in the UK is taking his battle to retrieve his lost bitcoins to a whole new level.
Yeah, you can read about it in The Guardian today. Now, according to The Guardian, James Howells says that this is the man in question. He says that his ex-girlfriend accidentally threw away a hard drive in 2013. On it was Howells' 8,000 bitcoins, which at the time traded between $50 and $250, giving it at the time a value of up to $2 million. Now, he filed a lawsuit against a local council to get access to the dump site to retrieve his lost hard drive. Or, he said, they'd have to pay him the equivalent worth of those bitcoins today, which is over $700 million. Obviously, the council denied his lawsuit, and they actually said they're planning to close the tip site next year. Howells, not one to be discouraged, is now seriously pursuing the option of buying the land tip, in which case he wouldn't actually need a permit to I guess, wade through the trash in search of his lost treasure. But to be honest, if my hard drive was valued at $500 million, I'd probably do the same thing.
I'm surprised it still works. But anyway, can't you just sneak in at night or something, under the fence?
No, I don't think it's that easy.
No, just go through the whole lot. It's only taking him a couple of nights. Dipsy with the papers for us.